Whoa, hey everybody. I'm just like streaming, you know? Alright, so I think I am streaming. Oh, yes, I am. Um, so that's cool. Alright, I will leave it on. Alright, everybody. Hopefully everything is working. I don't know how this chat thing works. Man, I really don't like the quality of this camera. It's so shit. But there's nothing I can really do about it. It's just, it is how it is. Hopefully you like the music, by the way. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me just check real quick if you can hear me. Alright, it seems like it's working. So yeah, let me tell you what's happening. I'm just having a tea, a chai tea. I went to this nice little Spanish restaurant and it's around like 8 in the evening or 7 in the evening now. And yeah, it's super dark. If I show you outside, it's really dark now. I'm here in Salamanca, Spain, and I went to buy a bunch of food. And I was expecting the girl to say like 10 euros, but she came to me, it's like 3 something. I'm like, 3 euros? And she got confused because maybe she thought that it was too much for me or something. And I'm like, oh no, I want more. Like mash. But I say mais because I've been in Portugal for so long that I forget my Spanish. Or I switched to Portuguese instead of Spanish, which is horrible because obviously I shouldn't be speaking Portuguese in Spain. But regardless, right now I'm just drinking a little tea and working on this design stuff thing because I'm staying in this pretty nice like residence thing. It's in a university for like 3 nights. So yeah, I am enjoying it here. It's very nice actually. And I have to finish a design right now. So this is what I am doing. So you will see me working and talking. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. All right, so now I have to do this design thing. Yeah, so you will see me working on this design. I apologize. Okay, but one. I'm too lazy right now. Do people even stream on YouTube anymore? Like, what's the deal with that, right? Do they? Do they not? I don't know. YouTube is weird nowadays with all their fucking algorithms and shit. But yeah, if you have any questions, just leave it down below. I will definitely get to it. Yeah, but by the way, Salamanca is pretty nice. I've only been here for a couple hours, and walking through the center is like very beautiful. It's not like huge, and I was expecting it not to be that big. But yeah, it's not very big, but it's very, very pretty. There's a lot to see here. It's very clean, and you know, the thing I love about this place so far is like there's a lot of space everywhere. Unlike in most places, or to the places that I've been in Spain, over here there's a lot of space. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of space here. Like, for example, the streets are pretty wide. It kind of reminds me of America in a way, because yeah, there's a lot of space. Like the sidewalks are pretty big. Unlike in Portugal, if you've ever been to Portugal, Portugal is like everything is really close together, not a lot of space. So that kind of sucks about Portugal. But over here, yeah, a lot of space, man. Like it definitely feels like America to me in a way. So I like that aspect of Salamanca. And again, I've never been here before. You know, it's like my first time. But I definitely, yeah, would recommend it to like anyone. Yeah, really, really cool place so far. I still need to kind of explore and see more because I haven't been here for too long, so maybe I shouldn't be talking, right? Yeah, but I mean, for me, honestly, it's much better than where I was living recently. I was living in Covilhã, It's in the mountains of Portugal. Actually, not too far from here, like a 2 hour drive. And over there, like literally, it's all mountains and hills. So you walking up and down. And the thing that sucks about that place is like the sidewalks are like tiny, man. It's like if you're a fat person, you're not gonna make it. You know, you're gonna have a horrible time there. But over here, like, yeah, there's a lot of space. You can walk around, you know, stretch out, whatever. Even in the center, you know, it's not like uh, you're not what do you call it? You're not confined to this little tiny sidewalk, right? Over here, you have a lot of space, and I like it. I like that about this place. And now I'm actually considering of like coming to live here for a little bit just to see how it is. Because when I was walking through the center, I saw a lot of really pretty cafes and like little restaurants and like Spanish style, right? I love it, man. It's like super modern, but at the same time very, very cozy looking. So yeah, it definitely turns me on, baby. Mm. So maybe I'm considering whether I should live here or not. I don't know yet. But yeah, it's always an option, and we'll see. And if you have any questions about, you know, living in Portugal or living in Spain, go ahead and ask. Maybe you've wanted to move to Portugal or Spain for a long time, you know, but I don't know, you feel like you hadn't you hadn't had you haven't had the guts to do it. So ask any questions. Really, I will try to answer as best as I can. And right now, yeah, I'm also working on a design because I have to finish this freaking design for someone. Um, and yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time to do so, but it's gonna come out nice, and yeah, the guy will be happy. And yeah, I guess kind of another thing that I was trying to do today was to meet some chicks, you know, because I'm a dude and I wanna like go on some dates, have some fun. Uh, Unfortunately, I didn't meet any girls today. I was just kind of walking around and exploring, and yeah, I came across some girls, but actually there aren't that many from what I've seen so far. Uh, I've seen maybe like yeah, not even maybe like five good-looking girls so far. So not that many. So I don't know. What's I mean, I stopped a girl and spoke to her, and she told me, "Oh yeah, you know, the students are having their little vacation right now or whatever, so there's not a lot of people here." So it kind of makes sense that there's not really a lot of people here at the moment. Ugh. Yeah, but again, one thing that I really like about Salamanca, only from my first day, is the space that you have here. So, for example, when you're walking on the street, there's a lot of space. Um, you know, the sidewalks are very open. Also, what's it called? The streets are very wide, and surprisingly, there isn't a lot of cars from what I've seen. Like not that many cars. And for example, when I was living in Covilhão, again the small little town, like that place was packed with cars, man. Like they were everywhere, and it's such a small town, you know. So like it's incredible uh, how like I had this image of, oh yeah, it's a small town, so not gonna be a lot of cars. It's gonna be like quiet and stuff. but then I go there, it's like completely opposite of what I think. So this happens a lot when you travel. You know, you have like certain expectations of a place, and then they're kind of destroyed because you see the reality of the place. So yeah, right now I'm designing a bottle. And actually, I'm going to change the directions. What I will do is I will just cut this out. Let me see. So this is a pretty small image. Yeah, but it's New Year's, so pretty happy and satisfied with life at the moment. Hopefully you guys are too. Hopefully everybody's got hopefully everybody's got a plan for the New Year's, because a lot of exciting new stuff that's gonna happen. Especially for me, I have a lot of projects in mind, and I want to do more stuff with my life. I don't want to uh, I want to participate more in life. Like one thing that I want to do for next year, this sort of little project that I have in mind, is basically traveling around Europe, maybe during the summertime, and promoting my book. That way I get to see some new places, and at the same time I can also maybe make some money from my book, because I'm almost finished with it. I got a few more pages, and then once it's done, I will have to edit it, and then obviously print it out, and then somehow publish it online. But I'm like this person that really likes face-to-face interactions. I don't really like social media. Like even doing the stream, I have to kind of push myself to do it, because I just feel uncomfortable sometimes with doing things like this. Or maybe no, maybe it's not discomfort. Maybe it's it's not like what I would like to do. I'm again more face to face. So I rather interact with people and meet people like real life, because that's kind of how I grew up. I grew up around uh, that type of environment, and I mean nowadays a lot of people don't. A lot of the young people, they grow up completely different than us. With technology. Like recently, oh my god, I was watching this funny video. It was like a YouTube short, I think, and it was this guy. I think he finished the army or whatever, and he came back home to surprise his sister, right? And what happened was he was waiting for her, like where her bus stop was, and the bus arrives, and then all the kids start coming out, and one kid on their phone, second kid on their phone, third kid on their phone, and then she comes out on her phone, and she literally doesn't even notice him. He's like right next to her, and she just walks straight, and he has to like yell to get her attention. And that's kind of the reality that kids are growing up in nowadays, is like they don't really socialize with each other, you know, especially American kids. Like, I mean, sure, if you come here, there's less of that. You know, the kids are kind of more social. But American kids, like, they're typically on their phone. They don't really know how to talk to others. So that's the reality that they're growing up in. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's sad. But that's the truth. Even my brother, you know, like, fucking, he's 13 now. But yeah, literally he spends most of his time playing, I don't know, Minecraft or some other games, whatever games kids play nowadays. And obviously, yes, it's the fault of the parents, right? Because the parents don't raise them right. Also, it's the fault of the school, you know, because the schools, they give them like iPads and they make them work from their computers. So the school has a big impact on these kids. And yeah, that's just the life for these young people nowadays. You know, and I think maybe, I don't know, maybe in 10 years or so, like there's going to be that's going to have a big impact on society, because people are going to be very, very antisocial. I mean, nowadays they're very antisocial. If you come to Europe, yeah, Europe is a little bit backwards than America with technology, I think, because America is a little bit more advanced. But yeah, it's gonna catch up. You know, in Poland, it's like almost there. Like, it's the same type of culture. Kids are just on their fucking phones. They don't know how to socialize. And yeah, it's honestly sad, because when I was young, like, we would go out and play. You know, we would go out and play games, do things. You know, and it seems like that's kind of missing nowadays. Like in America, if you go to a park, you don't see any kids in the park. All the kids are in their fucking home playing video games. So that's sad. Super sad. Yeah, but what can we do, right? What can we do to change this? Because obviously we're a little bit older. Oh shit, man, Trinity. Oh shit. What up, Devin? What up, man? I didn't even see your comment, bro. Thank you so much for commenting. I'm in Salamanca, man. I just arrived here like literally 2 hours ago. Got myself a nice little chai tea and bunch of food, man, which I finished. Yeah, a lot of food. And man, I only spent like €5, which is crazy, because I got at least maybe 1,000 calories right there. And the food was really good too. What about you, bro? How is London treating you? Yeah, but like I was saying, yeah, these kids are definitely growing up with like very bad influences, and I don't think that, you know, it's their fault again. I think it's the fault of kind of the parents, um, the parents, you know, and the things that kind of came before, um, because these kids were, you know, they're kind of raised already with technology, and like my generation, like maybe 25 to 30, um, yeah, these people, you know, we kind of came at that time where technology was just being introduced, you know, and and it got us. It got us, and we started using it, and then we started to kind of behave in certain ways where the kids saw, oh, they're behaving like this, so I'm gonna behave like this. So we were mentors to these young kids and showing them like the wrong way to behave. Oh, good, leaving to India. Oh, nice, man. Damn, that's so fast. You're gonna be gone, man. Aye, but that's good because the weather here honestly sucks, man. I mean, here in Salamanca, it's decent. It's pretty cold. I think it's like around 10 Celsius. So you definitely need a nice jacket. But in India, it's gonna be warm as hell, man. Yeah, you're gonna have such a good time. And I can't wait for the videos, man. I've been watching your stuff. It's very entertaining. Yeah, man. But I haven't done a live stream for a very long time. So this is like me trying to get back into it. And I had like 3 people watching at the very beginning. Well, that shit is gone now. But yeah, again, not the fault of the kids. It's the fault of the adults. Because over here, if you come to Portugal, you're welcome, man. Yeah, if you come to Portugal, it's a different culture. Like the kids, again, they go out to the cafe with the parents. They talk with the parents. So it's much different than in the US. But in the US, like the parents don't take their fucking kids to cafes. The parents tell their kids, go on your iPad. Stop annoying me, or do those type of behaviors, and then that conditions or programs the kid to think in a certain way, right? To be antisocial. And that's why there's such a big problem with this younger generation being social. And the only way that they know how to be social is either bars or clubs. Like no one is teaching them how to socialize in a cafe, or to meet someone on the street, or go to some nice event and meet someone like that. No one taught me that either. Because my mom was super busy. She had to work like 2 jobs and do a lot of shit when she came to America, so she had no time for us. Yeah, she literally had no time for us. She would spend most of the days working, and I get that. But it was kind of, she was a very good influence on us, because she didn't buy us any stuff. We had to kind of work for it, clean the house and do this sort of shit. So she was good with that, and I'm grateful that she kind of put like a good work ethic into us. But yeah, I was very antisocial too. Like I couldn't socialize. In high school, I had a very, very difficult time socializing, and this was one reason why I dropped out of high school. Because yeah, it was so hard. It was so hard to be open and just to know how to talk to people. Because no one ever taught me. And so I got into this thing called day game, which maybe some of you heard. Where you go on the street and you just meet people randomly on the street, and that's been working for me pretty well. Like I use it when I travel, when I'm traveling, I just try to meet people on the street. So yeah, if I'm walking and I see a cute girl and I'm like, oh, okay, let me go talk to her. And typically that works. And that's like a easy way to kind of, make friends and be a little bit more social. But yeah, for the younger generation, they don't know about this. So their way of socializing is, through social media. That was a fucking rant. I'm ranting now. Alright, so that's the bottle. Now I just need to do this and then make this maybe a little different color. Yep. Okay, so that's gonna be like that. And I'm gonna have this like that. Okay. So that looks like a nice oil bottle. Right? Kind of looks like an oil bottle. I just need to see if there's any more details. Oh yeah, there's, but that I'm not doing. It's 3 different layers. Okay. So I still have to add one more. Yeah, and I'm staying in this nice, I don't know what it is, hotel, whatever, but it's like it's like university housing or student housing. And yeah, it's very nice. They have like a pool table. I think they have like a little gym. So it's actually pretty cool here. There's a lot here. They have a cafeteria, but the only thing is that there's no students right now because most of the students they're on I don't know, they're home or they're somewhere. And so yeah, I haven't really seen any students here. I mean, I've seen a few walking by, but it's not many. But it would be cool if there was more, because then I could maybe go chat some up, right? Play some pool with some. And yeah, I'm trying to be more open when it comes to socializing. Yeah, trying to be more open. And it's hard, because like if you're in a city where you don't really know anybody, it's hard. It's hard to be social because you feel like you're being judged. But you do have to step out of your comfort zone, and you kind of like the perspective you need to have is the one of like, you know, I'm only gonna exist for, well, I'm eventually gonna die, so why does it fucking matter if I do this thing, go and socialize or whatever? Because you are eventually gonna die. Your life is not, you're not gonna live forever, so stop getting attached so much to the physical world. And by doing that, you kind of overcome this fear of, what do you call it? Of judgment, or of judging yourself. this song. Don't reject a lover. Mm. Mhm. Na, 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 na. Alright, cool. So that's the oil bottle. Just add a little bit more color here. Yeah, but to be honest, my fucking Spanish sucks. Uh, Today, I was trying to order the food and I'm just, like trying to speak Spanish, but it's coming out as Portuguese. So it's so funny because like the girls give me like a face like, what? What is he saying? And she was a little bit laughing, I could see, but I think she liked it because it was funny. And she was cute too, man. She was like a dark skinned girl, very cute, nice lips, really nice body. So maybe I can make some moves tomorrow, right? Go there for breakfast. Yeah, and that's one thing that I love about traveling is like, yeah, you always come across like these weird situations where you meet someone and yeah, just spontaneous shit happens. Like I had this happen so many times already, and you don't really expect it sometimes. Like let me think of when it last happened. What was the last crazy adventure that I had? Okay, well, there's a recent one that happened to me. Yeah, the most recent one was actually in Lisbon. So yeah, I was going to the bus on my way to beautiful Covilhão. That was like the initial day when I was going there. So I was taking the bus there, and I see this girl. No, she's walking. She's wearing like beige and white, like very professional looking, kind of like a lawyer or a doctor or something official, right? Like a secretary. And I'm like, damn, she looks fine. In my head, I'm like, this girl is probably not my type. She's, um, or this girl is like too much for me. Like I can't handle this. Like I'm not worth, um, or my worth is not enough to have this girl. Like compared to her, I'm basically a loser. That's what I was thinking to myself. So yeah, she walks by me. I think we make eye contact. I don't necessarily remember. But she walks by me, and I'm like, okay, damn, like, am I just gonna let her go? Like, I should probably go say hi. And I walk a little bit farther, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, fuck it, I'm just gonna go say hi. And I run back, chase after her a little bit, and I stop her, and then I give her a compliment. I say like, damn, you look really nice. Uh, you look really nice. I like this and this about you. And then we kind of get into a conversation. And cool, got her number. And then I go take my bus to Covilhã. And then, we text a little bit here and there while I'm living in my little village town up in the mountains. And then I'm like, fuck it, I want to kind of go to Lisbon for a day. So I decide to go. Uh, and I text her, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in Lisbon if you want to grab a coffee or something. And at this point, there's nothing between us, we're just kind of texting from time to time. And I see that it's kind of on because she's texting me back, but it's not like fully on. And I don't really know the whole situation. So, one moment. Yeah, so I text her, and she's like, yeah, maybe we can meet for a coffee. So I'm like, cool, we'll meet for a coffee then. And so I go to Lisboa, and I come like a little bit early, and she told me that she was gonna go to some concert or something that day. So I'm like, okay, cool, she's going to a concert, so I'll just meet her after. And so I don't know, I spent like my day hanging around Lisbon. I went to like a few cafes, and then yeah, it's around like 9 or something, and I go to this restaurant to grab some food. And at the restaurant I meet this funny guy, yeah, really funny guy, that I have a little adventure with. We kind of go by the river and play some music, and we meet like two girls, and I'm kind of getting along with this guy, vibing. And then she's in the stadium by the river, because there's a stadium literally by the river in Lisboa. And so I'm kind of waiting for her, and I tell him, yeah, I'm going to meet this girl after. If you want to join us for drinks or whatever, you can. So he's like, yeah, sure. So we wait for her. And she eventually finishes her concert. And I wait for her, and I meet her in front of the stadium. And I see her, and damn, she looks fine. Like, she looks good. She looks dressed up. She got a nice ass. That's one thing that I noticed about her. Nice booty. And so yeah, we decide to kind of all hang out, and then we go to this like casino, and we get a couple drinks, and then after the casino we go to another bar. And still, I don't really feel like too much attraction for her, or there's not much like touching or anything happening. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is not gonna work. Maybe nothing's gonna happen. But one thing that she did say was that I can stay over her house to sleep over, because I didn't want to rent a expensive hostel. And she was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you can just stay at my house. And for me, like, okay, this might be a little bit of a sign that, yeah, okay, she's down to do something, or she's into me. But at the same time, it could mean that, she's just super friendly, so I don't want to push it. So we go to this bar, and we have a couple of drinks, and then after the bar, we're kind of walking around and doing different things, and it's getting late, and I'm like, fuck, I want to go sleep, or I want to like go back to hers. And at the bar we touched a little bit, I touched her leg, gave her a hand massage. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's on. And then eventually the guy, he has a car, so he drives us back and drops us off at her house. And there's like sexual tension, but again, I don't really know whether it's on or not. So I just played it cool. She asked me if I want to take a shower, and if I need anything. She's being super super friendly. And so now it's time to sleep. So she's taking a shower, and I'm like thinking like, damn, like, what should I do? Should I like make some moves? Should I try to kiss her? Because if obviously we don't end up having sex like that, that's gonna be sort of a wasted night. And it's not that you need to have sex every time, but like, obviously I'm there. She invited me to her house, so most likely she wants to also have sex. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna just try something. So I lay down on her bed and I tell her, you will have to fight me to get me off. And I'm not gonna continue with the story anymore. But what happened is we ended up having sex, and just from that little interaction, I had a crazy little adventure with a Portuguese girl, and I got to see her at least like I don't know 5 different times, uh, just to basically fuck. Uh, you know, so if I hadn't taken that opportunity there at the bus station because my ego got in the way, like that whole adventure would have not happened, and like we would have not ended up sleeping together and having like the adventures that we had. So it's very important to yeah, put yourself out there and just not be afraid, and put yourself in these opportunities. I don't know if I'm live. Let me just check if this is still live. All right, cool, it's live. Yeah, so what I'm saying is like these opportunities, they only happen if you actually do something. If you don't do anything, they will just pass you by, and and you will miss out. You will miss out on a lot of beautiful adventures that you could have with beautiful women, because like everybody wants to experience crazy shit. If you put yourself in this perspective of thinking like, oh no, women don't want this, women are pure, women just want like a boyfriend, and you believe all this shit that society kind of feeds you, like nothing's gonna happen. You're not gonna have any adventures. You're not gonna bang any girls. You're not gonna have any stories to tell when you're fucking old. So you have to take chances and you have to get out of your comfort zone to make stuff like this happen. Because yeah, when you're older, like I'm sure that you don't want to be that fucking old man who missed out on his whole life because he was scared. He was scared to take chances. Uh, so it's very important to take chances, because a lot of incredible stuff can happen when you do take chances. And yeah, even here now, me being in Salamanca, like, okay, I'm here to obviously enjoy the city, and to look around and see what's here, to get some work done. But obviously, I want to have some adventures. I want to meet some girls. I want to meet like a group of people and do something wild. Because I'm not gonna be in my 20s forever. And when I get to my 30s and 40s, life is gonna change. I'm gonna be a different person. I'm gonna want different things. The wants or the needs or desires that I have now will definitely change. So yeah, the best thing is to kind of get out your own way and just accept these opportunities when they come to you. But again, it's not as easy as like, oh, like I'm just gonna have adventures. No, I mean there's a lot of steps that you have to take to make this happen. Like girls and things or opportunities won't just come to you like that. You have to work for it. You have to do stuff to make it happen. I spent like hours and hours on the streets, thousands of hours before I got like a or met a girl and had an adventure with her from the street. I spent thousands of hours before that happened. But even along the way, the process, like that was fun. Talking to girls on the street, like that was a lot of fun. And I think every man needs to experience this kind of Casanova lifestyle, right? Where they're just banging a bunch of girls and having adventures and traveling and doing wild stuff, stuff that doesn't typically happen. yeah, because for some reason it fulfills you. It fulfills you. It makes life like more fun. All right, so that's my shirt now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm, so nice. Tea is so good. Only cost €1. So cheap. Let's check how long this been going for. I don't know how long it's been already. Jesus Christ, it's been 50 minutes, what an hour. Damn, that's long. That's a long stream. That's a long stream. Yeah, but this is the thing about streams. The thing that I really don't like. Again, YouTube, it changed a lot. Like before on YouTube, you could search. One sec, let me just check something. Yeah, before on YouTube, you could search for a topic. Right, you could search for something, and it would pop up. Like you would get hundreds of different videos, and the view count didn't matter. The retention rate of the video didn't matter. You know, it would just be like creators with their videos popping up. But nowadays the algorithm changed a lot. So what happened now is, like, for example, you type in a topic and you get the most popular videos. So you get the videos with the most views, videos that have like millions of views and shit like that. And obviously those videos deserve it, right? Because yeah, they're good. That's why people watch them. But they're usually videos that, you know, people paid a lot of money for to produce. Uh, they probably have like a marketing agency, you know, to get them out there. Um, and yeah, you know, it's not like the creator anymore. It's more like, um, yeah, bigger brands and whatever that are seen. You know, so the little creators obviously are not seen. Because for example, Reddit, not too long ago, they had this thing where you could do a live stream on Reddit on different subreddits, and that was so cool because literally I could go and draw, you know, and I would get like hundreds of views and hundreds of comments. You know, people asking, "Oh, what do you do? You know, where are you?" Blah blah blah. And like YouTube, you don't really have that. Uh, and yeah, you can stream. I mean, you can stream, and yeah, eventually you will maybe reach more and more audiences. But the thing on YouTube is, like, people go to YouTube and they probably hit on the shorts feed, like right here, right, and then they just watch all the shorts. You know, they don't watch longer videos anymore. They don't watch lives. Like, that's not to YouTube. yeah, so YouTube changed from the old days, because I remember I had other channels and I used to make videos on NoFap a lot, which I deleted all of them. But yeah, like when I posted a video, I got like 100 views, the next few days. But nowadays it's like I post a video and I get like 10 views or 6 views, which is bullshit. And again, yeah, obviously I could do better with the production. But for example, I have a good friend who's like a legit videographer, and he makes like quality videos, and he's been posting for like at least a year now, and still the videos, maybe they increase by like a few views every time, but still his videos are like under the 600 mark, and he's been posting for so long, putting like really good quality into the videos, good production, and still he doesn't get shit from it. So I just feel sad because yeah, YouTube changed a lot, and that's why I've been posting a lot of shorts recently, because like that's the only thing that kind of hits, and my shorts, like, yeah, they get decent amount of views, like I got 700 here, 300 here, 100 here, and they get a few likes too, like this one got like 25 likes. But when it comes to posting a video, like how habits are fucking up your social life, or what else, daily social habits, like different type of topics, these views don't really get hits, so it's very hard to become a YouTuber nowadays, so you kind of have to go on different platforms. Alright, but I'm gonna end it here because I gotta finish some work and I have to take a shower soon and maybe go get more tea because that place is not too far. So yeah,